everyone. I have, this is pre-podcast. Actually, it's after the podcast, but I'm going to be posting this before the podcast because I just wanted to let you know that I did this episode without any show notes in front of me, and towards the end, there were things that I realized I had forgotten. So stick with me all the way through the end because there are some more exciting things that I forgot to share earlier on there at the end. So anyway, I'm going to pop off of here now so that you can actually get into the podcast after this. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for stopping by. This is a knitting podcast. My name is Christie Archer of Christie Archer Designs. And if you are new here, I am so appreciative of you stopping by and visiting with me. I'm going to be talking about projects that I have been working on that are now done. And I will also be talking about things that I'm currently working on and things that I will be working on. So welcome, welcome. And for my returning viewers, thank you so much for continuing to come back and hang out with me and chat with me about all things knitting and yarn and crafty related. This is my podcast for the month of October 2022. Today is the 29th, I believe. It is Saturday. So we are fastly approaching Halloween, and I am wearing my classic candy corn sweater, which is a design that I recently published, and I'll stand up and show you what it looks like. This is a drop shoulder, bottom up sweater, and it has an adjustable neckline, so you can make it a wide boat neck, or you can go in a little more and it gives you more of a crew neck vibe. The pattern comes with 3 sleeve lengths. This one is the long sleeve length, and it is made out of Knit Picks Heatherly. It's a new yarn line, and I love this yarn. So I'll come talk about that. All right, so this is done out of Knit Picks Heatherly. I was gonna see if I could find a label to show you. This is, it comes in 2 weights, and this is the sport weight. It is just that perfect sweet spot. I absolutely adore this yarn. This is a tag from one of the skeins, and the white is called Snowflake, and then the tan is called Butter. I think it's just Butter, and then the orange is called Peach Fizz. And I did this reminiscent of a candy corn, but I didn't want the design to be such that you couldn't wear it year round. And of course, they have plenty of other colors to choose from, or they have a collection of colors. I shouldn't say plenty. I wish they had more, but they do have a good selection. And all of the colors work together within the line, so you can literally mix and match any of them and it will turn out looking fantastic. For my size, it takes 1 skein of this, and then it takes 1 and a little of each of the others to do the long sleeve. Now, if you're doing short sleeve, and I'm doing the 50-inch wide, it has 20-ish, 15 to 20 inches of positive ease. So anyway, that is what I'm wearing. This month has been a different month for me as far as knitting is concerned. For those of you that do not know, I work with Knit Picks. This yarn has been sponsored by Knit Picks sponsored the pattern with the yarn. I'll get that out here in a second. So they sponsor a lot of my patterns, and this was for the October showcase, and for the November showcase, I came up with a design for the home. They were looking for home patterns, and I came up with a stranded color work placemat. So let me show you that. And of course it's on the bottom of my pile. Okay, so I did this out of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. And this is their worsted superwash. And I did it out of the colors Coal and Oatmeal. Other one must be in here. Anyway, Coal and Oatmeal. And this is a reversible placemat. And I did it to look like a buffalo plaid on the front. And then on the back, it is just 1x1 stranded color work. This project was definitely labor intensive for the design. I knit this, ripped out, knit it, ripped out, knit it, ripped out, trying to come up with the best construction method. And so I ended up with this, and it's knit bottom up, top down, whatever. And then you do a Kitchener bind off on one end, and then you go back and sew the other end. Sorry, I have a peanut coming to visit. She has really bad allergies. If you can hear her breathing, she's struggling to breathe. Anyway, this takes 2 50-gram skeins of the one color of your main color, and then it takes 2 50-gram skeins of your contrast color. Again, I did Coal and Oatmeal, and I'm very pleased with the way this turned out. It was definitely, like I said, a labor of love. The pattern is available now on Ravelry. I'm pretty sure I've already released it. If not, I'll release it today. But yeah, so you can go and get that and do some fun little knitting projects for your house for the holidays. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention about this is some of my testers afterwards decided to turn it into a pillow. It would make a great pillow. Just, you know, when you're seaming it, you could either do an invisible zipper, or you could still seam it, just stuff it first. And I may go back and do that with this because I do think that would look really cute here on the sofa for the winter time. Another idea somebody had would be to do it as a cowl. You could just continue this pattern all the way around and do a ribbing at the top and bottom, 2x2 or 1x1 rib, and it would make an adorable cowl. Or I mean, you could do that and just have it half and half. Somebody even suggested turning it into a little bag. There's all kinds of things you could do with this pattern. So yeah, it's not something that you have to do it as a placemat. There are other options for it. So if you like the buffalo plaid, I really liked the idea of a cowl. I thought that would just be gorgeous. And of course it's extra thick because it's doubled, but I mean, that would be stunning. So anyway, so that is called the Buffalo Plaid Placemat. And again, in my Ravelry shop. And of course, it's on Knit Picks. I'm not sure if they have released it on Knit Picks yet, but it should be within the next few days. It should be available on Knit Picks as well. Okay, now I am going to quickly talk about another pattern that I have recently released, and I talked about in the last podcast. I don't think it had released yet, but this is my Simply Irresistible Mohair Ascot. And I know this is my design, but wow, I am just thrilled. I am not a neckwear kind of person. I live in the desert, for those of you that do not know. And our winters, what we do get, very short-lived, and it's just not freezing temperatures. But I'm going to be wearing these. So, last time I had showed my samples, that's what it was. I was kind of working through the pattern, and I'm a process designer, and so I knit and kind of work through the problems, and then I go back and write the pattern. So this is, and I've got a little tiny stack here, so I won't go into way too much detail, but oh, I still have one tail to weave in. It has been blocked though. I went out of town this month, and we went to La Jolla, California, which is the San Diego area. And while I was on that road trip, I made this there and back in the car, because it is a very good mindless knit. You don't have to pay too much attention except in the beginning and the end. So basically you start at one tip, which is the end I haven't woven in yet, and you start with as if you're doing the construction of an I-cord edge, but it's not really an I-cord. You're just starting the construction that way. So then from there you do your increases. Once you get enough stitches, you split it in half so that you're doing magic loop. So you continue on with your increases until you get it to the width or number of stitches. I apologize, hold on. Gabbana, can you wait? Can you wait just a few minutes? Sorry, hopefully he'll be able to wait. Anyway, then you continue in your tube until you get to the length that it suggests or the length that you want, and then you do your decreases and finish with the tip. Now I have two different sizes. I'm sorry, he's gonna have to go. Hold on just a moment. Sorry about that. Bathroom emergency for the pups. Okay. I don't remember exactly where I stopped off, but I know I was talking about this because it's still in my lap. Okay, so, it comes in two different sizes. That's what I was talking about. And it has a smaller size that I'll pop pictures up here as I talk about things that you guys know. That's what I normally do. So it has a shorter length that you can tie around your neck one time, or what I like to use it as a tie for my bags, my handbags. I love that. And then I have a longer one, which is about this length. I'll get to the yarn on this in just a minute. Anyway, this will wrap around twice and tie. Okay, so yarn. This was made out of some of my hand-dyed yarn back when I was dyeing yarn, and I had used it in a project, and I had this left over, and I just knit until there wasn't any more, which was almost the length of the long width's a little bit shorter. And also I wasn't sure on the length that I was going to make on this. This was my second sample, so I may have shown you guys the start of this one. I can't remember. Anyway, I did not do it the width of the other one because I wasn't sure how much yarn I was going to have. So anyway, it's just the cutest thing in the world to add just a little bit of style to a t-shirt or a tank top, or, you know, just like if you were doing a tank top and a blue jean jacket and this, it would just be so stinking cute. So I'm a little obsessed with this, as you will see in just a minute. All right, so I made a blue one out of some scrap yarn, and I made this one out of some scrap yarn, the blue one I showed last time. And that was me kind of working through the pattern. So the samples are actually made out of Knit Picks Luminance Lace Weight, and it's, you hold 2 strands of this with 1 strand of Aloft mohair. And let's see, I was going to show, okay, so on this, on the one I'm getting ready to show you, I use these 2 colors. And, oh, that is not the color, that's the one for the blue one. What was the name of the color for this? Coral, maybe? I think this one may have been called color Coral. And then this one is Oat. And this is how this one turned out. This is the shorter version. And that gorgeous mohair and the drape of this, I mean, done out of silk, 2 strands of lace silk. The drape on this is stunning. So if you are using this for a bag tie, it just drapes beautifully. I absolutely love it. This one is what it looks like on. I mean, really, it's just so cute. Okay, so that is the small size. And this is what I had left over. So I have the yardage and grams and everything in the pattern, and on the Ravelry page it gives all of that information, but I think I used about half a skein of this for the small one. On the large one I used every last bit of it, of the silk. Now I did have some mohair left over, and I did not bring that in here, I don't think. No, I did not bring the leftover mohair, but I do have a skein of it. And it was plover. And the color of silk that I used is Reflection, which is actually this tag. I put the wrong tag in. Reflection is the color of the silk that I used for this one. And I love this. Of course, you guys know I'm all about the blues and grays. So this is the big one. And look at that color. I love this. Okay. So this one's a little bit wider. And there are so many ways, which I show in the, so many ways to use these. You could just drape it. You could just, you know, scarf style. And then of course you can tie it as well, if you just need that extra warmth. I mean, come on. It's so cute. I was trying to get up tall enough. Okay, what do you guys think? Are you guys as obsessed as I am? I just adore the drape of this. I cannot even tell you how it just feels so good. I mean, who doesn't want something silk and mohair wrapped around their neck, right? And I am not a mohair person. being in the desert, I don't really have much of a need for it. But this Aloft, it's my first time using Aloft, and it is literally next to skin. There is zero itching. I don't care who you are. I feel zero itching with this. And I am kind of sensitive, so I feel like I can safely say that there's no itching with that Aloft mohair. Okay, the last one that I have to show. So while I was out of town, I picked up a couple of skeins of yarn from the local yarn shop there. And this yarn, I have fallen in love with this yarn, and I'll get to that in acquisitions. So basically this is an acquisition as well, but it's called Eco Puno. I think that, yeah. And it is a cotton, sorry, I'm getting glasses that I do not have to take off and on all the time. I'm waiting on them to be done. Okay, so this is Lana Grossa, Eco Puno, colors 56 Ashes is the name. And okay, so it is 72% cotton. That is a big thumbs up for me. 17% virgin wool. That is great. 11% alpaca, baby alpaca. So it has, once again, good drape. And for me, the cotton content, I'm just really excited about this. I'm excited to make some sweaters and garments out of this. So I wasn't sure. This was a 50-gram skein, and I basically used every bit of it. But I did do this one the narrow width of the smaller one, but I did it the long length of the big one. So this one's kind of a combination of. And I started to wear this today for the podcast. Because I have a shirt that's about this color, and I just think those two colors look so good together. But it has a little bit of the halo from the alpaca, and it has really nice drape to it, and it is just so cute. So cute. This color is definitely, again, if you're not new here, you know, blues and grays and certain greens are just like, I love them. All right, so that is 4 Simply Irresistible Mohair Ascots, now available on Ravelry. And again, if it's not already posted on, no, it's not posted on Knit Picks yet because I had to do something happened with my pictures when I uploaded them, so I have to resend the pictures. So that is that on the Ascots. Next up for me to share, I have a few pairs of socks. Last time I believe I showed my sock set that I got from Daisy Stitch Co. I'm pretty sure I showed this last time. So it's Daisy Stitch Co. And she does sock sets that's 100 gram that's like a speckled or a variegated or whatever. And then she does 2 20-gram minis to go with it. And the main color is Apple Picking. And this is the main color, Apple Picking. And then the 2 minis, I think this one's Brick and Caramel, however you want to say it. Caramel, no, it's caramel corn or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, so those are the colors. And I did my basic Simply Irresistible sock fingering weight version, and I love the way they turned out. Okay, so, well, I guess I could show both of them. And for those of you that do not know, this is a new concept that I've come up with for sock patterns that is great for gift knitting or for selfish knitting, because you don't have to worry about exact measurements at all. It's nice to know about, what the foot circumference is, but it does not have to be exact. And you don't even have to know foot circumference, because I label the sizes toddler, kid, small adult, medium adult, large adult, extra large adult, extra large adult. But I do give suggested foot circumferences and all of that. But you don't have to worry about heel placement, because I choose stitches specifically to work with the natural shape of the foot, and it hugs your foot in all the right places. This is just a really, if I do say so myself, a somewhat brilliant concept. And I know I designed them, but still. So this is my apple picking sock from Daisy Stitch Co. and the Simply Irresistible sock pattern. And I don't have pictures of these as of today, but if I am able to get pictures before this video goes out, of course, I'll pop a picture up. All right, so that is apple picking, and I actually just finished this pair this morning. I finished the toe. I did everything else, but I had one sock with one toe left to do. So that is done, and I can wear those. Last time, I think this was a hoe. So I now have, wait, before I show this, I'm gonna show these. This is the Serenity sock set from Daisy Stitch Co. And I think last time, this may have been a hoe as well. And I don't have the yarn band for this one. But anyway, I love. This is my color blue. Love this color green. This is my color green. I love a really yellow green. And the colors in the, anyway, I love everything about this. I have not worn these yet, so now I can wear these. And they are a pair. And that was the Serenity sock set, if you happen to pop on to her site to shop. Okay, now the next one I think was a hoe last time as well, and I'm pretty sure it was, because I had talked about I'm getting ready to do a testing call for this. So if you are interested, this is my next test. I am finishing up the other pairs of socks I'm getting ready to show you. I'm getting ready to finish that up. It's getting ready to be released. So this is done out of, I talked about it last time. I didn't make notes this time because I felt like everything was fairly straightforward. Yarn Nouveau, and this is colorway Parchment. This yarn is divine. This is her, is this one the plush sock base? She has a couple of different sock bases. There's a plush, and then there's, what's the other one called? They're both an MCN, but the twist on this, and it is so, it just works up beautifully. So this will be a another Simply Irresistible, And I have come up with a slip stitch design for the top part, which gives a very, I like the clean vibe this one gives. So anyway, this is getting ready to go into testing. It is finished. I have 2, and I should be starting the testing on this within the next week or 2. So either next Monday or the following, so the first or second week of November. If you are interested, I have a tester's link in the description box, wherever that may be. All right. And I had my apple picking socks in my orange bag that will be coming out next spring, summer. All right, last sock and last FO. And this is my newest pattern that is getting ready to be released. And I still have another pair of socks to make, and I think I'm releasing Monday. So I've got a lot of knitting to do. I haven't even started them yet, but these whip up really fast, so it's not a problem for me to get it done by Monday. But this is my Simply Irresistible mohair, and this is out of Knit Picks Hawthorne sock yarn. Such a sweet color. And Knit Picks Aloft Oat. And you mix these 2 together and you get this, which is just a really nice soft blush color. I love it. These are very warm, obviously, so if you need some warm boot socks or house socks, that's generally what I use all my socks for, because I pretty much wear flip-flops year-round. I do wear tennis shoes on very rare occasions, but I just use white no-seam socks in those. Anyway, this is a fun slip stitch texture that creates this little, I started to call these windows to the soul, S-O-L-E, as a play on words. And I might still possibly do that because I just think these look like little windows to the soul. I thought it was funny. Anyway, these are scrumptious on. Let's get these on the sock blocker. I have 2 sock blockers. I don't know why I'm not using both of them. Okay. These are just amazing. Look at that gorgeous fuzziness. So fun. All right. Now I have 4 new pairs of socks I can wear. And I do wear socks this time of year around the house to keep my feet warm, because the way our house is situated, my kids' rooms are in this direction and they have south-facing windows. So the sun comes in their room all fall and winter, all day long. The sun is directly in their windows, so their rooms get really hot. So we have to run the AC pretty much year round. Well, my room is at the back of the house, and because we have the AC running, even with the vents closed and everything, it freezes in our bedroom. So I stay bundled up in the winter time, not because it's cold outside, but because it's cold inside. And the kids stay in shorts and t-shirts and all of that good stuff. All right, that is it on my FOs. all my finished objects. All right, my one and only whip is another one of these because I love it so much. And it is out of, I was trying to remember the colors. Let's see. Gravity and Atmosphere and Snowflake. So Snowflake, Gravity and Atmosphere, or the other way around. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm really excited. And for those of you that don't know, oh, and I did make one little change. I added just a fun little row of purl stitches right before the ribbing. I don't know, I just did it for the fun of it. But the pattern does not call for that, but it's easy enough to add. This pattern, if you are not familiar, has it has shoulder shaping in the back, which raises the neckline up. It has shoulder shaping in the front, and it also has neck shaping. And you can actually kind of see it really well with the garter ridge. Plus, I've decided, if you guys noticed, I went back and made my, originally I had more of a boat neck, but I think I like it better as more of a round crew neck kind of vibe. So I've gone back in on the ones that I've made and done that, and then that's what I've done on this one as well. And I am ready to pick up for the sleeves. So this should be done, it'll be done this week. I do need to get that other pair of socks done, and then I will be doing this, and then I will be starting the new test knit. So, yay! That is it on my one and only work in progress. I know way back when I started my podcast, which I think this may be the 1-year anniversary of my podcast. Maybe November. I'll have to check and see. I should have looked into that because I could have done something fun. I didn't even think about it. If not, maybe I'll do something fun next month. Anyway, I really prefer working on one project at a time, but over the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, I seem to have a lot of projects going on at once, but I think I'm getting back into my one project at a time. I think that just works better for me. So yeah, you'll probably see more FOs, one whip per episode again. Okay. The other pair of socks, the mohair socks that I am making, is going to be the two-tone, which is like this. So it'll have, well, but it'll only have 2 colors instead of 3. So it will be done out of Hawthorne once again. And the 2 colors I chose, surprise, surprise, blue and gray. Trying to see the color. I thought it, let's see. Oh, okay. So this is Wisp, the blue, and this is Slate. And then with these 2 colors, I will be holding Aloft Mohair in Plover. And I will just hold the one color of Aloft with both colors of the Hawthorne. So that will be my cast on for today. And I'm really, really, really excited about these colors because you guys know I love these colors. All right. And those are sponsored yarns. So all of these were sponsored. And those are sponsored. Okay. Fell in love with the Eco Puno or Eco Puno. And I decided, and I bought that at the yarn shop in La Jolla. So after I made that ascot, I went online and found some, and I thought I ordered 4 different colors. I'm pretty sure I did, but for some reason I can't find one of the colors. So maybe I did only order 3, but I swear I thought I ordered 4. So anyway, the colors that I ordered, and I bought basically a sweater quantity. I may make vests and double the yarn. I'm not sure yet. So it'll either be held single and I make a sweater, or it'll be held double and I make a vest, or combinations of. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying so hard to read this without putting my glasses on, but that's just not going to happen because I always end up messing up my hair. And when I'm editing, I look back and I'm like, "Ugh, fix your hair." Okay. Same cotton, virgin wool, alpaca, and it's 50 grams, 215 meters, which is probably around 220, 230 yards. I was trying to see the color. I don't know the color. Maybe these don't have color names. But I got this, and it's actually, yeah, that's better. I'm going to pull it in so you can see it does have a beautiful halo from the alpaca. But that is more along the lines of the color. It is darker and a little warmer than I had anticipated, but I still think that'll be pretty. I mean, it's just not something that I have in my wardrobe, which I guess is a good thing. It'll be something different. I think this would probably do really good with a vest, and do a blue denim shirt underneath, or a white shirt and ripped jeans. I don't know if that number there has anything to do with the color, but there's that, if that helps. So anyway, love this. The next 2 colors are not going to be a surprise at all. A gorgeous periwinkle blue. Beautiful halo. Love the color. This color makes me happy, as you can tell. And if that is the color number. So, sweater quantity of that. And then the other is a dark charcoal gray, which I love. And the numbers, if that helps. Hopefully that's, I can't tell. See, look, I'm messing my hair up. That'll drive me crazy when I'm, okay. So those are Happy Mail. Okay. I can't remember if I showed this last time, then I showed this last time, but I can't remember, so I'm going to show it again. This is the Daisy Stitch Co. sock set, and this is the Lizzie sock set from Pride and Prejudice, which I love. Pride and Prejudice, one of my favorite books. I tend to have books that I really, really love, and I read them over and over and over and over and over again. This is one of those. So I had to get the Lizzie set when I saw that. So this will be a pair of socks. Actually, the way she does her sock sets, I'm actually able to get 2 pairs of socks out of every sock set. So that's that. Then again, while I was in La Jolla, I got this. It's a hand-dyed yarn, and the dyer is in Fresno, California, and her name is Anzula Luxury Fibers, and this is her squishy fingering sock base. and it is a 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. I really do like MCNs for socks. To me, they feel thicker. This is 385 yards for 100 grams, and this is colored Dusty Rose. Let me see if I can show you all of that. And then this beautiful, it's looking orange. It's not really orange. I don't know why it's looking so, I mean, it's a peach, but it's more pink than what it's showing. Yeah, I don't know why that's showing orange. It's pinker in person. It's closer to this, but it is it does have a little more yellow to it than the peach fizz. But anyway, another pair of socks, or maybe another ascot, or I don't know. I just like supporting local dyers when I can. Okay, I ordered, okay, for those of you that do not know, I am doing a very intimate sock knit along. It doesn't have to be socks, but I'm the kit. So I made a kit. The kit is going to include a project bag, a 100 gram sock yarn, and two 20 gram minis, and a stitch marker, and there may be a couple of other things. But anyway, it's a kit, and I just did a small quantity, and we're doing a little knit along in the month of December because I am clearing my needles for the month of December. I am vlogging, and hope to see you through the Vlogmas season. But anyway, I'm clearing my needles, and I am just doing selfish knitting for the month of December. I'm not making patterns or anything. So I bought the yarn for the cow, and I got something different. I wanted to do something a little extra special. I didn't want it to just be a 75-25. So I got something that is 70% superwash fine Highland alpaca and 30% nylon. I love alpaca. So this is an alpaca sock yarn. And so I wanted to share that. So for any of you that are joining for the cow, thank you so much. I am excited to really enjoy this special event with all of you. And this is the special yarn base that I got. So I ordered that. And when I ordered that, I also ordered the yarn for the for this sweater. So this was a Happy Mail as well. And then I got some wool of the Andes because I found a oh my goodness, this is why I should have made notes. I found a shawl that is one of the great big huge shawls. I bought 12 skeins to make this shawl. That's how big it is. And these are 50 gram skeins, so basically 6 skeins to make this shawl. It's gonna be a big one. And the reason I'm making it is because, and I think it's called the Cozy Campfire, and I'm trying to remember the name. I will pop information, pictures, whatever, up here. It is a free pattern, and I wanted to do this because our front door is right here, and I have hooks right there, or drape it over the sofa. Anyway, I thought for the winter months when we're walking the pups, this will be real easy for my daughter and I to just throw over instead of having to, you know, find something or whatever. It's lightweight enough. It'll just be easy to throw on. And for the Christmas months, I decorate, the accent color is green. So I thought that would be fun to just throw over the back of the sofa. We could cuddle up here on the sofa with it if we're reading or whatever. So anyway, I thought that would be fun. So this will be something that I knit up the month of December, and I'm really excited about that. All right, the last thing I have to talk about, and I sort of kind of have talked about this several podcasts ago. I am working with a hand dyer, and she is Blackbird Sycamore, and I am doing another drop shoulder sweater design. This one's going to be out of fingering weight yarn, and this was the sample that I made up. Swatch, it's not a sample, it's a swatch that I made up to kind of figure out the stripe placements, how I wanted to do that, and all of that. So I have talked about this before. I showed it. I think I have I know I have a graphic. I'll pop the graphic up of what the full sweater will look like. And I felt so bad because this yarn came in and I did not share it last month because I had it put away with the project and everything. I didn't have it with my Happy Mail, in other words. So I wanted to share that yarn. And I just realized I've got crinkles going. Sorry, guys. This is the yarn that I'm going to be using. Initially, I was going to do the blue and gray, but she had this gorgeous color. And actually, I asked her to do it double strength. So it's this color. It's sand, but it's double strength. So she has this color. It's actually lighter than that. And then this is black number 1. So I thought that would be just a gorgeous color combination with denim jeans and all of that. So I will be starting this probably January. But I did want to share that yarn because I forgot to last month. All right, I said that was the last thing. There is one other thing. I apologize. My stitch marker Happy Mail. I reached out. Let me back up. I'm gonna try that one more time. I bought the sock kit from Daisy Stitch Co. For this yarn, and her sock kit comes with a candle, and it comes with a stitch marker, and it comes with a pattern, and blah 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 blah. It actually comes with 2 patterns, 1 crochet, 1 fingering. 1 crochet, 1 knitting. And this particular box included my Simply Irresistible pattern. So she so kindly sent that to me for free, which was absolutely precious of her. She did not have to do that. But in that box came a stitch marker that I fell in love with, and it is by the Hooking Reader, if I read that correctly. Don't have my glasses on. So I reached out to her, and it's Ronnie, and asked her if she would do a mystery advent for me for 12 months. So for each month, for 12 months, I'm going to be opening up a new stitch marker. And then I will also be doing 12 for the month of December. So a 12-day advent for the month of December. So this is November's stitch marker. I showed October's last month. That was the first month I did it. So let's see what the month of November's looks like. Ooh. And look at this. It goes with that. And I still have another sock to make in this color, or out of this yarn. So yay, that will be for that. That is so, I hope that's focused. I can't see, I'm blind. But isn't that gorgeous? I don't have any gold stitch markers, I don't think. I think everything I have is silver, so yay! Here, let me put it on here so you guys can probably see it better. Here we go. I love that. She does beautiful work. Beautiful, beautiful work. I kind of told her what I liked and what I didn't like, and so she customized this just for me. Some of these, I think she said some of these she made specifically for me, and then some of these are ones that you can go to her shop and buy. But if you wanted this one, there's the information for it, rose gold glass, and just tell her where you saw it, and I'm sure she'll know what it is. If not, I can send you a picture or send her a picture, but she's amazing to work with. So, yay, November stitch marker. Okay, little bit of life news or update. I did something that I have not done in 20, oh my goodness, I'm just telling my age now, 20, oh my gosh, 26 years or so. I don't know, very long time. I got a job. Just a little part-time something. My daughter this year is doing, for those of you that don't know, I've homeschooled, and my daughter this year she's the last one in school, or in, like high school or whatever. We've got one that's getting ready to do college, one that's out of college. But Fairy is ninth grade, and we are doing online public school this year. So she has teachers, and that has opened up a lot of time for me, and I thought it would be fun just to get out of the house, maybe make some friends. For those of you that don't know, I'm kind of new to the area. We moved in the middle of COVID, and so I just thought it would be fun. Long story short, I wanted to get a job at Hobby Lobby, since that's like my home away from home, but for some reason, they took a very long time to get back with me. And so I was getting kind of like, well, maybe they don't want me, and which is fine. I know I'm no young chick anymore, and maybe they prefer hiring, well, that's not the case. I don't know what it was. Maybe they lost my application. Anyway, so I made up a resume and went to a quilt shop that I like to shop at, and I had talked to them before. They're super sweet people. Anyway, I got a job at a quilt shop, and I start December 1st. And while working there, we wear aprons. So the lady, the owner, said that the counters have a tendency to leave holes in your shirts. So it's best to wear an apron, and I definitely don't want to be making any holes in my hand knits. So I have been working on making a pattern specifically for me. I know you can make just a simple apron pattern, and this one isn't outlandish or anything, but I don't like the way just basic aprons gap and hang and everything up here. So this is my working through. Again, I'm a designer who I kind of work through the problems as I'm making the pattern. So this is the pattern that I have, or this is the apron that I have made, and excuse the pins here, I'll explain that in a minute, but it's just a basic apron. You know, you got your little pockets, but it's nothing special. I did make a short apron because I thought that would be cute. Instead of making a really long one, I don't want, because I'm going to be walking a lot, and I don't want the apron to constantly get in the way. But I'm doing darts, and this is self-lined, so it's 2 layers of fabric. So I have to line up the darts and everything, and then it still wasn't hanging quite right. So I've decided I'm going to go back and do pleats, which is what the pins are for. So when I put it on now, it has nice shape. There's no gapping up here. There's no gapping on the sides or anything. And it's just a slip over. It crisscrosses in the back. And so yeah, they gave me some fabric to make a Christmas one. And I didn't bring the fabric in here. Probably should have. I'll show that on the next podcast because it'll be done by then. But anyway, that's a little bit of my sewing escapades that I worked on this month. And this is one that I can still wear. I wanted to make sure it was, I matched up all of my patterns and the inside matches the outside. Everything's lined up. Just the OCD in me. The perfectionist, I like to say. I like that better. The perfectionist in me. So that I will now be able to make a pattern. I'm probably just going to make a felt pattern just because they're easier to lay on for those of you that sew or don't sew. I like doing felt patterns just as a little tip if you are into sewing. Because if it's something you're going to be doing a lot of, because you can just lay it on your fabric. You don't have to use pins. You don't have to use clips or anything. You just lay the pattern down and cut around. It's so much easier. And I feel quite sure I'm going to be making a lot because I know me. I'm going to have one that matches every outfit. Oh, I have something sad to show you guys. I'm very, very, very sad about this. I'm going to have to make this over again, but one of my classic candy corns, my favorite one, got ruined. I'm so sad. Okay, I know I'm kind of all over the place now, but I just saw this laying there and I forgot to talk about it. This was my black and taupe or tan and white. And the black bled blue all over this. Now, I washed it in the washing machine, and it's the only thing that took the blue from the black dye. And it turned out a beautiful blue color, but it just wasn't the look I was going for. So I thought, okay, maybe if I soak it in some Oxy, it will come out. So I soaked it, and when I soaked it, the arm, I had it folded in the bowl. The arm was right there and dyed these 2 darker spots. Anyway, so if you do buy this is Hobby Lobby's Baby Bee. I buy this yarn all the time. I can't remember. Anyway, if you buy this yarn, if you buy it in black, I don't recommend using another color with it. It was so pretty. So now I'm gonna have to I'll get a wool of some kind and do the black and brown and white, or black and beige and white. Very sad. But hopefully it won't happen to anybody else if you watch this. Don't use this black, don't wash that black with anything else. Okay. Last thing I'm going to talk about, and I'm looking at it. I'm trying to decide if I want to talk about it, and I guess I will. I am, if you can tell, this will be a little bit different than normal back here. I am refreshing the decor for fall/winter. And normally, for those of you that don't know, I have more along the lines of greens and whites, a light color green and white as my accent colors. And I decided to go with a really warm, a really warm brown, kind of golden, beigey, whatever color. And so I am making some accent colors. I am making some accent pillows or cushion covers. I'll get it out here in a minute. Making new cushion covers for my accent pillows, and I'm going to show you the fabric I got. You'll have to excuse the fabric because it's not folded. I had it wrapped around pillows. I'm a visual person, so I had it wrapped around the pillows to kind of get a visual. So I got this fabric from Hobby Lobby in the home decor section. And this will be 2 pillows. And then this will be the other 2 pillows. And for those of you that don't know, I'll probably do a video showing what I've done, but my sofa is Magnolia Homes, and it's part of her architectural collection. So what that means is, you can't see from here, but the frame of the sofa is exposed. So the wood in the back is exposed, and behind the wood is this beautiful burlap, and then it has all of these gorgeous nail heads and stuff, and it's the same on the sides. And then all of the fabric part is just this ivory linen material. So I was trying to kind of bring in the burlap onto the sofa, and this is about the color of the burlap that's on the sofa. And then the wood on the sofa is, it's called tobacco, is the stain color. It's darker than this, but it's in this, it goes with all of this. So I just thought for the winter months, the fall/winter months, that this would be pretty. These kind of colors would be pretty for accents. And then I do still have green going because, like I said, for Christmas, I will be adding in little tiny pops of green with the tree. The tree's basically decorated in tones of whites and ivories, and then little touches of like a sagey green. So anyway, those are some things that I have going on this coming month, and that's what I've worked on for the month of October. November, sorry, that's my dishwasher saying, please empty me. So yeah, that is it for this podcast. This has been a short one. Wow. I tell you, I'm all over the place. It's because I didn't make notes. I wanted to show, I forgot when I did my yarn haul from Knit Picks, they have a book sale going on. And normally I do everything ebooks, but I thought it would be fun to have actual books. I do have some, but I do a lot of ebooks. So anyway, I bought 3 books, and I'm so excited about them. I got Tranquility, which is home decor stuff, and I think my first pattern out of here, I don't know. It may be this blanket, Baby Bridges. A second. Baby Bridges. It might be that, because I'm going to make a throw on the, for the sofa here that's going to be in the ivory and the burlap color. And then my daughter wants that pillow, which is called Braided Pinwheel. And then I want the pillow behind it. And I was going to find that cute little bath mat. I like that. I may do that too. Kids need a new bath mat. We probably do too. Dolaram. I'm not sure how you say that, but I love the texture of that. So anyway, it has, that's a beautiful Afghan too, diamond textured. This is a neat table runner that I thought would make a really cool shawl. Placemats, more throws. Anyway, that's a kind of cool pillow too. That one right there. So there's that. And then I got Windfall bulky knits for cozy days. My daughter likes really bulky knits, and I like bulky knits too, as long as I don't get hot in them. This jacket or cardigan is so cute. My daughter loves that. My daughter should have been born in the 70s. I'll get to this in a minute. This kind of shows a little bit of everything, but this is what I fell in love with. I love that. I'd love to make that out of a gray. I'm not really a hat wearer. Though I have been thinking about making a hat just to see what I look like. I love this. I had come up with an idea of using, I won't get into it too much, but an entire line of patterns that used a combination of sewing and knitting. So I really like that. That's kind of cool. And the different ways you can wear that. I liked that. I thought that was cool. And then there's the warm embrace. I just love the texture of that. And just a nice big bulky sweater. So cute. My daughter liked that sweater a lot. I think she's drawn to the color. She likes everything red, orange, yellow. Okay, and then the last one I got is Garter Ridge, and that once again on the front, just to around the house, and it has this really neat detail down the arm. This is really cute too. Garter yoked sweater. I think that's really pretty. It has a shawl. Okay, there's the detail down the arm of that jacket. Isn't that cute? I like that. Or cardigan. This is a fun hoodie. I think my daughter would love that in the right color. I think it's hard for her to envision color. But I think she would like that because she loves hoodies. This looks like it would be a super fun quick knit. Adagio, which if you don't know, Adagio for strings is one of my favorite songs. Not really a song, but my favorite version remix is by not Ferry Corsten, that's who my daughter's named after. And I do like his version, but my favorite remix is, I cannot remember the DJ's name. Why can I not remember? I don't know. I'll pop his name up here because if you get a chance, listen to that remix. It grabs your soul. It really does. I don't know if I would have a problem playing it. I may play it here at the end, just a little bit of it, but I highly recommend you go listen to Adagio for Strings by, I was hoping I'd be able to say his name. I can't remember. I'll put it up here. But anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I love this time that I get to spend with all of you, sharing something that is fun for me and something that, you know, hopefully is fun for you guys. I'm sorry my sweater keeps, it's because I keep wiggling on the sofa. Yeah, I hope I'm able to inspire and give you guys some knitting time. I know when I watch podcasts, I just knit, and I love the nice long ones because I just knit the entire time. So hopefully I have been able to give you some enjoyable knit time and inspiration and friendship and community, because that's what I'm hoping to do here. If you are not already a subscriber, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I generally post the last Sunday of every month, and then I will do tutorials and things like that occasionally here and there. Occasionally I'll do decorating videos, some other things, but my knitting podcasts are generally the last Sunday of every month. If you are a subscriber and have not already hit the bell, do that so that you will know as soon as the video is live, and you can come hang out with me and let me know what you have going on. What projects are you working on? What is it you're wanting to knit next? What is it, you know, do you have a certain something that you're wanting to learn or challenge yourself with? Yeah, just chat with me. And again, thank you for stopping by. I am so thankful to have you to spend this time with, and I will see you in a month. Bye.